evening and good night to some of you. This is a very special broadcast, and of course, we must pray. And prayer we must, this very evening and always going forward. And I will pray in the language of heaven, because Chukwukika Abiyama is in control of all that we have been doing and will continue to do until Biafra is restored and all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ m ihe niile Chukwukika Abiyama onye na-efe na aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị n'ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebede ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị n'uwedo n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọ bụ naanị aka ike niile na ọ gbadara aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị, nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-etoghị, wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee ezi oku mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na ihe n'ikwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe. Agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbọgba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna n'ihere bụ nke niile etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-etoghị, wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, onye ọ bụla anyị a na-azọpụta, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na ọtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise ise ise.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans. Thank you so much for joining me wherever you are joining from. I appreciate you. If you are joining from Biafra land, I say may Chukwukika Abiyama guide and protect you. If you are joining from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand, I say may Chukwukika Abiyama guide and protect you and secure you. I've come once again to send out a message to my fellow Biafrans, a message of encouragement, a message to inspire you, a message of truth. I'm not here to preach hate speech. I'm not here to talk down on anybody or to put down any propaganda against anybody, but I'm here to set the record straight and elaborate on things that are already happening. Some things that you already know that you have forgotten, just to create awareness and make you stay awake so that you're not taken by surprise. Today, every one of us saw what is going on in the news, in the social media, in the conventional media about the kidnap of the prelate. We saw the testimony of the prelate, and when I go to the comment section on the video, you begin to see what people are writing as if they are surprised. Some are shouting, saying all manner of things as if they are surprised. Meanwhile, these are the things that we've been talking about for a very long time. When we have been talking about the situation and things that are going to happen, this was the main reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu formed the ESN, to protect our people from the terrorists in the bushes. When you saw everything that is happening and things that are going on, you begin to reflect back that the information I've gotten in the past, you see that everything I have said in the past has come to pass and they are happening. Some people are still sleeping. They think it's a joke. But for those of you who are still sleeping and talking about election and talking about one Nigeria, sorry for you, because Nigeria is going to happen to you and you're going to pay with your life. All this while, when you are talking, they wouldn't be able to listen. When you are talking, they say you are blabbing, you are blackmailing, you're preaching hate speech. But you have seen a clergyman who was kidnapped. You see a clergyman who was kidnapped. He paid the ransom of 100 million, whooping 100 million. That was what he paid for your release. And he gave a full detailed information on what transpired. Everything that he has said is what we know about. Those who are involved and those who are in their mission and plans. But when you say it, they call it hate speech. When you call the criminals by their name, they call it hate speech. You see what is going on and what is happening. Instead of the government to be focused on these very people who want to invade the land and kill innocent people, they will not. They are focusing on the people that have a legitimate cause, pursuing self-determination. IPOB, we are not using guns to fight individuals. They are not using guns to fight the military or police. They were going against the military. Even from onset, they were using their flag protesting. They were protesting. Not until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw what this man explained today. That very thing that this man was explaining in that very video, what transpired, that's what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw. He called on the governors to protect the people. The governors refused to protect the people. Nigerian military refused blatantly to protect the people. This same thing that this man is saying is what the Northerners are crying. The Northern people are crying about this kind of thing. That the terrorists have taken over the North and they are now in charge. And the government is not bothered. Instead, they are busy in the Southeast, militarizing everywhere, doing nothing, securing nobody. Instead, they are giving cover to these very criminals, terrorists. They are giving cover to them. They recruited so many of them into the military to compensate the terrorists. And today you can see the kind of havoc they are causing in that country called Nigeria. When you speak about it, they call it hate speech. Even when they know that you are saying the truth and nothing but the truth. Every single thing that that man has said today, everything he has testified about is things that have been said for a very long time, but people are pretending not to hear it. Everything that that man has said are things that have been said. People have been crying about it, shouting about it. And today you see that man making the revelation. You remember their former chief of staff when he made the claim and told them that the military is colluding. The military is colluding with the terrorists, taking the life of people. People didn't believe him. People didn't believe what he was saying. They pushed it aside. Today you see the same confession. A clergyman saying that the military were giving cover to the terrorists that kidnapped him and they are all Fulanis. He confessed that they're all Fulanis. And they told him their mission. When we talk about it, they say you are preaching hate speech. They don't want to talk about it. This thing that this man said, the news is going to die as fast as possible. By tomorrow, you're not going to hear it in the news anymore. Nothing will be done about it. But if it will be something that has to do with the Biafran people, you will see them hyping it. All the media houses will be hyping it, including international media. They will be pushing it forward, hyping it, as if something serious has happened. But the insecurity in the southeastern region, which is being caused by these terrorists, these very criminals, and even in the northern part, the insecurity in that very northern part, the government is doing nothing about it. The military is doing nothing about it. They don't care about the situation. Somebody came online and confessed that terrorists have taken over the north. Yet, there is no uproar. There is no movement to go and curtail them. I showed a video yesterday where the terrorists were bold to display their captors. Their captives were begging for their lives, asking the government to respond. And the terrorists said the government know what they want. If the government know what they want, why are they not dealing with them? Giving them what they want. Give them what they want. If they want their Islamic state, give them their Islamic state. The core north are comfortable with it already. They have taken over in the core north and they are practicing Sharia. So why are you hindering them and then endangering the life of the people in south eastern part of Nigeria and the southern part of Nigeria? And today you hear what that man said. I am going to play the video for you so that you can look through it. For those of you who are not seeing the video, maybe when you watch, you put your mind together and think closer on what you have heard in the past, the revelations that you have in the past. I'm going to play the video for you to hear the things that we've been saying and shouting. Some people will come online and tell you that it's a propaganda, that the Fulanis are not killing anybody, that it is not Fulanis that are kidnapping, that it is the Igbo people that are kidnapping, it is the Biafra people killing themselves. Today, you have had a confession from a clergyman, the prelate of Methodist Church that was being kidnapped, a very popular man at that. Will he be lying at his age with his posts? Will he be lying about the situation? Of course, he's not lying. Let us hear from him what he went through and what he saw. So that in case if you have not seen the video and the confession he has made, you will see the video where he said it the way it is. Let's watch.
Let me show you the road. They took us to old road where they wrote welcome to the Imo and goodbye from Abia. You know, we share boundary, old road to Isochi. Then they say, you know this road? I said, I don't know. I pretended because it's my village. Ube is my village. I said, I don't know the place. They said, follow this road. You get to somewhere, you will see people there. So I followed the road. We followed the road 3 of us until we saw people. But what pains me most is that these people told us that they are going to bring, after buying enough weapons, they bring all those that have been put in disarray, driven away from Zamfara, Katsina, Zambisa Forest, that they are all coming to locate themselves in Igbo land, that there's no security in Igbo land, that they will come there and then they will deal with us. And that the young man was just flippant. Maybe he took something. He said, do you know Ibadan? Lagos Expressway? We are in all the bush there. We are everywhere there. We are also in the south. So we are waiting for the slightest signal. We will finish you people and take over this land. They claim that Nigeria belongs to Fulani. They said that is why we are afraid of. You know, I've been talking about this open grazing and this road. They have a plan. They have a plan. And I accuse the soldiers who are non-Christians. Some of them are Fulani. They are part of it. Because they are shooting this man. You know, when our people wanted to comb the bush, the soldiers said, if you move a step, we'll finish you. Don't go there. So they know where the boys are. They know the location. And what they do is in the daytime, they use their cow to confuse people. Then after some time, the cows will go to rest and they take their gun and do the operation of kidnapping. Government should act decisively. They should act decisively. Otherwise, what is happening in the northern part of the country will be a child's play. So what will happen here? So the government should sit up, because the primary purpose of government is to secure life and property. Any government that has failed in that has failed woefully. And Nigeria is on a reverse gear. We are nosediving. We are nosediving. You know, we don't have security. All the bush, we went around, no soldier, no police, nothing. The people, you know, were having a field day. And where they released us was, if they kidnap people along the Shukwata, they will parade them round, and then when their parents are released from that particular spot, those they arrest, they kidnap along the Expressway, Law Quanta, they bring them, eventually they bring them there to collect ransom. Those they kidnap along anywhere in the south, around the southeast. So they know that they are there. And I gave that, when I said to the organ, how do you collect this money? He said, don't worry. Once we are through with you, we will invite motorcyclists. They will come and there will be a truck. A truck will come to put the money in the truck. And that the people who paid them said that was exactly what happened. Immediately they came out from the bush. They told them they were monitoring whether there is police armed. They said, go up. Okay, come back, come this way. And then eventually they stopped. A truck came without number. So the boys will carry one Ghana must go put in the truck until they took the 100, and after they have counted 100 million, they said, okay, you can go. So that's how we came back. So the people have been saying, even some people, I don't know what they wanted to achieve, that I said, where did they see me to say that it was IPOP that released me? Where did they see me? Where did I say IPOP? I didn't say the IPOP. So I don't know, they were trying to bring in political and religious coloration. So what I know was that...
You heard him. This is a testimony of what transpired that man gave. You heard him very clear. What the terrorists are planning, that they want to take over Biafra land. This is exactly the same thing Mazen Nandekan have been shouting about. Telling the Igbo politicians and the Igbo governors to protect the South is that these people are coming. Today you heard that man. You heard that prelate that have kidnapped, that just secured his release, saying that they have come already, that they are waiting. They are just waiting for a signal for them to take over. Meanwhile, as they're waiting for signal, the government is busy taking out weapons away from us. The government is busy chasing the ESN around, making sure that the ESN cannot protect our bushes. Our bushes have become so vulnerable. They have occupied everywhere, every position in the bushes. You heard him, what he said. Will he be lying? When we talk about this, some people will come and say, you are lying. You don't know what you're saying. Today, you see a man, a clergyman who was a victim, coming out to say exactly what transpired. And in case you are not yet convinced, every one of you remember the testimony of Obadiah Melafia. The same revelation Obadiah Melafia gave that killed him. That is exactly what this man is saying. The same revelation Mazen Nanekano brought that they kidnapped him, that is making them to kidnap him and want to kill him. Exactly the same thing this man is saying. When we are talking about the Fulani Janjaweed, we talk about the Fulani kidnappers and Fulani terrorists. People say it is not a hate speech, but a reality. A reality. But government is not doing anything because the government is protecting them. You heard the man say clearly that the military is colluding with them. Already we know that the Nigerian military is being mixed up with members of Boko Haram. From the onset, when the Nigerian military began to recruit the members of Boko Haram into their military, that was when it is done on everybody that Nigeria will never ever survive. The end has come. It is high time for you to defend yourself. Everybody have to do. Go to their media. Go to their media and you hear what they're saying. Talking about self-defense. These people who are suggesting self-defense, when they see the Biafrans with arms, they begin to go after Biafrans and kill them. They are still busy chasing the ESN. ESN that are fighting a legitimate cause, pursuing these kidnappers and making sure they don't take over our land. The military is busy chasing them, destroying their camps. They will not devote that energy that they're using to destroy ESN camp. They wouldn't devote it to fight against the terrorists that have come to take over the country, which is their own duty to protect the territorial boundaries of the country. They have ignored it. Instead, they are giving cover to the terrorists. They turn blind eye to the terrorists. Look at the expression of the man, how they took their ransom, where they did the operation, very close to the military checkpoint, where the military are. When you see the checkpoint, where they militarized Biafra land, you think it was for good. They militarized Biafra land to compress the people and make sure they create ground for the terrorists to take over. And that is what is happening. The terrorists have taken over so many of the forests in Biafra land. You see the man mentioning places where they are in charge, mentioning their mode of operandi. But when we come online to say it, they target fake news. They tag us haters. They bring all manner of blackmail to speak. Do you think that any Biafran will genuinely want to take the life of his own fellow brother and sister? Do you think that a Biafran will just wake up and begin to take the life of his fellow brother and sister without any genuine reason? There is no reason whatsoever, and we don't even want anybody to lose his life in Biafra land. The insecurity you see that is happening in Biafra land is created by the military, sponsored by the federal government of Nigeria. It doesn't matter if some people who are involved there, they speak Igbo or they don't speak Igbo, they are Igbos, or there are some people. In every 12, there must be a Judas. There's no doubt there might be some people who have been bought over because of the hunger and impoverishment. They decide to begin to play the role of the caliphate. There are people, there are some monsters that have been created by the government itself. They created some monsters. When you send your Boko Haram military to go and destroy people's property, destroy their businesses, kill their family members, what do you expect them to do? Some of them have picked up weapons and they're fighting. But today, you see the propaganda they are bringing. They are based on focusing on IPOB. They focus on the ESN. They focus on Mazen Nandekano, even when they know that Mazen Nandekano have a legitimate right and reason to create the ESN. And while he was creating the ESN, he mentioned the reason why he created it and the reason why he created it. He didn't just wake up one day to go and create the ESN. It was because of the terrorist activities in the Biafra land. It's because of what you see happening today. That was why Mazen Nandekano established the ESN. Mazen Nandekano saw far. He saw them coming. And he told us they are coming. He told us they are coming, that we have to protect our land. He called on the governors, wrote to the governors to protect Biafra land, that these people are coming. And they are not joking. What did the governors do? Instead of protecting the land, what did they do? They focused on bringing the Python dance. They focused on creating division in Biafra land. They focused on demonizing Biafra land. Today, they focused on creating Python dance, and that Python dance was what caused the whole problem of Mazen Nanakan today, took the life of the parents of Mazen Nanakan, destroyed the palace of a king. They didn't stop at that. They went and kidnapped Mazen Nanakan from Kenya, renditioned him to Nigeria. Today, that's the reason why Mazen Nanakan created the ESN. You have all seen it playing out. You saw what that man went through. I just cut a part of the video to play. Go and watch the full video and you see the full detail of what transpired, how they operated. You see the full detail. That is exactly what we have shouted and been talking about. Exactly what we've been saying about the operation of the Fulani terrorists in our bushes. When we say it, they say it's a hate speech. They say we are the one killing ourselves, we are the one in the bushes, we are the one kidnapping. Don't you ask yourself, why is it that every time kidnappers are being captured in the southern part of Nigeria, it is always Southerners? Every kidnapper that is being captured and paraded in the media, go and look at them. Kidnappers that have been paraded are always Southerners. But these deadly terrorists that are collecting ransom, millions of naira in ransoms, you see this man paid 100 million, whopping 100 million cash was paid. They didn't find it difficult to take the ransom. They went and took the ransom easily. A car comes to the military men were protecting them. The man made a complete confession of what had transpired. But you see these people, instead of our politicians to join with Mazen Nandekano, support the ESN to protect our bushes and protect people, what did they do? They went and created another faction. They created another faction to begin to fight against ESN and create division and demonize ESN. That is why you see what is happening in Biafra land today. The Bubago they created is the unknown gunmen. They created a Bubago. Today, a Bubago has become an unknown gunman, killing innocent people on broad daylight. And at the end of the day, they demonize ESN. The Bubago themselves are confronting ESN on a daily basis, distracting the ESN, fighting ESN on different faces, on different fronts. A Bubago is after the ESN. The Janjaweed military is after the ESN. The informants are after the ESN. They can no longer be able to do their duties. Today, you have heard the confession of this man that they are just waiting for a go ahead and then they will run over the southern part of Nigeria, mainly Biafra land. You see why we are crying and calling for support for ESN, calling on the politicians in Biafra land. But even with this thing that this man is saying, they will be busy talking about their politics. They will be busy talking about the election. You are talking about the election when you know that you will not be alive to witness who will rule and who will not rule. You are talking about the election that you are not sure if you will live until 2023. Look at the explanation of that man. And the most painful thing is the media. After this very media press statement that this man gave, watch, within the next day, you are not going to hear about it again. Highest is one day. After one day, you will never hear about this issue again. It will die a natural death. They will now focus on Biafra people. They will focus on the agitation. They will focus on agitation on Biafra. We're talking about agitation from morning till night. They will be discussing agitation. We are bringing the result of what is going to happen. We are only bringing information, awareness. That is what I create. Do not sleep. Any place you're in Biafra land, you must have to stay alive and protect yourself. When we talk about self-defense, they say we are calling for war. When we talk about self-defense, they say we are encouraging violence. We are not encouraging violence. Go to their conventional media today, you see the kind of talk where they go to channel television. When they were discussing about it, they were suggesting that is it not right to allow people to hold weapons and protect themselves? Is it not right for time to people to defend themselves? You have seen several times where governors were calling for people to defend themselves. But today, when we use the same language and call our people to defend themselves, they will call us haters. They will say we are instigating violence. They will say we are instigating trouble. They will give us all manner of names. But today, it is becoming much more clearer than it was yesterday. You have heard this man. And in case you have forgotten, Obadiah Melafia said exactly the same thing this man is saying. This very thing you saw this man saying, Obadiah Melafia has made the revelation. So many of us have forgotten because we have a very short memory. But I'm going to remind you, I'm going to look for the video that Obadiah Melafia made and play it so that you can remember in case you have forgotten. In case you have forgotten, just in case you have forgotten, I want you to listen once again. The revelation that Obadiah Melafia made, this was one of the reasons why they poisoned him and killed him. This was one of the reasons why Obadiah Melafia could not be able to be alive today to witness what is happening. When he was making that revelation, he never knew that today will come. He never knew that he would not be here today. But today he's no longer there. The same thing is what is going to happen. Is going to happen to some people who are still talking about one Nigeria. when we are calling for the end of this contraption, for the interest to be broken and people will have that, so that the knock-on we have that very caliphate they're looking for. When we are calling for the end to Nigeria, end it, once you end it, so that the Connaught will be able to practice their Islamic nation and practice the Sharia. Some people say we are instigating violence. It is a call for peace. We are saying the breakup of Nigeria out of love. And without that, there can never, ever be any solution. You will see more insecurity. You will see more death. You will see more killing. They will continue to pursue that interest that they have. Already they have told you that the government, which is part of them, knows what they want. That is why you see the military not going after them. They are not doing anything. And some of you from the southern part of Nigeria, mainly the southeast, you are still talking about one Nigeria. I want to remind you again what Obadiah Melafia said. Exactly the same message that this man that they just released from captivity said. Listen to Obadiah Melafia.
Which is it for you, Dr. Obadiah? Do you think the government is unwilling or unable to protect the people of Southern Kaduna?
In fact, it is not only unable, it is unwilling, and we have good reason to feel that they are part and parcel of the killers. Let me make some revelations to you.
That's a very big allegation, Dr. Obadiah. The government is part and parcel of the killers.
Yes.
That's big.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. How would the government just say, oh, it is revenge killing and so on? Then you leave it there. Oh, because it is revenge killing and so on and so forth. The body language of this administration, the body language of the state government shows clearly that they have a hand in the killings. No doubt about it. Because, you see, General Abacha, and people don't give him his due. Do you think you would have tolerated such nonsense? And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They are already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They are everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
I hope you heard him. I hope you heard Obadiah Melafia very clear. The same thing that Obadiah Melafia have revealed before they killed him, that was exactly what this man is repeating. The man they just freed said that they are now in the southeast and they are waiting for an order to take over. And they told him to his face that Nigeria belonged to the Fulanis. That Nigeria belonged to the Fulanis, that they're going to purchase ammunition. After purchasing ammunition, that they are going to take over everywhere. Exactly the same thing Obadiah Melafia said. And you see the man saying that the military is protecting them. So when Obadiah tells you that military is in collusion with these people, it is not a propaganda. He wasn't lying. That revelation Obadiah Melafia made was accurate, 100% accurate. No doubt about it. But so many people ignore it. Even when Obadiah came and called fellow Christians, come and have a seat at home for 1 good week. Obadiah Melafia called for a seat at home for 1 good week to let the world know what is happening and to let these people know that they don't own Nigeria. Nobody listened to Obadiah Melafia. May his soul rest in peace. Today he lost his life. He's no longer here. But every revelation that Obadiah Melafia made is the same thing that this man is relating. The man they just released now. That is what he's saying. The same thing is what he's revealing. But you still see some people pretending that as if everything is okay. People are still pretending that everything is all right. People are still pretending that there's no problem. People are still pretending that it's all well. People are still pretending that it is IPOB that are killing people. It is the ESN that are killing people. Even when they know that it is not true. They know very well that it is not true. They know that the killers are Fulanis. The major kidnappers we have who are collecting ransom on daily basis, millions, they are Fulanis. I played the video yesterday where they are asking for ransom. People they kidnapped in Kaduna Rail, they are still parading them, showing them on daily basis, group by group, they are showing all of them. What have the military done since then? Nothing. What have the government done? Nothing. They say that the government know what they need and they know what they want. And you hear Obodo Melafia telling you here that they are the same. That all the Boko Haram members are the same. It doesn't matter where they come from. That Boko Haram and bandit are one the same. Today you hear the same man. You hear the pilot saying the same thing. You heard the pilot when he was explaining. He said that these people are the same, and they say that they are going to invite their brothers from Sambisa Forest, from Kaduna, from all the places they are. They will invite them to the southeast, and they will go to take over the whole southern part of Nigeria. What does that tell you? It doesn't ring bell in your ear. No, it doesn't ring bell. But instead of our politicians talking about this very issue that matters, instead of the government fighting against the terrorists, they are busy fighting against people who have created an organization to defend themselves. They are fighting a security outfit that was created to secure Biafra land. Stay in the bushes, secure Biafra land. They are busy fighting them. The ESN was not established to fight the police. ESN was not established to fight the army. They were not established to kill innocent people. They were established to drive away the terrorists in our bushes. Mazen Nanekano made it clear when it was launched.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand on the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold the whole of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You go everywhere. We must continue.